the cog in the wheel. You're not supposed to tell me which way to drive the wheel. You're supposed to just do what a wheel does, do what a cog in the wheel does, right? So in this complex economy, in capitalist systems, you've got the overall engine, and then you've got the pieces to the engine. And so black people generally, especially, and then Americans in general, working class people, et cetera, are components to the engine. And there are people who control entire systems who tell these little pawns and these little components where they need to be. Do you understand? Like the Rockefellers, they design the system. They give $1 billion to medical schools and say, here's how we're going to shape medical education in this country so that you'll lean heavily on pharmaceuticals, which need oil products in order for them to operate or to work properly. So we're going to train you as a medical doctor, even the most highly educated people in society, we're going to train you to just give a bunch of drugs to people because drugs will make us money. We're trying to become drug dealers here. How, they help us do our job. So basically, at the end of the day, what I would encourage you to understand is that just by virtue of the fact that you're coming in here every day, and by virtue of the fact that you love your family, all of you love your family, I assume. I hope everybody does. You're gonna want to come back. When you hear something and you're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that the world worked this way. I didn't know. Did you know that when the banks charge you a fee, they do blah 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 blah? Or did you know that when the stock market goes down, it's never crashed. It's actually reversed itself, and that's when all the money gets made, right? You're gonna go back and you're gonna want to share this information with other people, and unfortunately you're going to be seen maybe as a know-it-all or as somebody who is they're gonna be like, oh, shut up, don't nobody want to hear all that, right? And it's really frustrating to me because it's like, well, wait a minute, you don't want to hear all that when I'm trying to teach you about finances, but I'm supposed to hear your problem when you're whining about how your punk ass can't pay the rent. Right? You don't want to hear me when I'm trying to talk to you about economic responsibility, but I'm supposed to listen to you when you calling me cause Big Mama got evicted and JoJo can't afford to pay his baby's mama's child support and all this. You want me to hear you with all your financial problems, but you don't want to hear nothing about my financial solutions. That angers me. I don't know, that just irritates me. It's like, look, if you don't want to hear the solution, then I don't want to hear your problem. Don't bring your problem to me, and I won't bring my solution to you. How about that? Right? So there, but still, because we love people and you want to break generational curses, you have to find ways to communicate. This is where with my secret weapon. I'm happy I married my wife because one thing that therapists are really good at. My wife is a therapist. She trains therapists on how to get a license to be a therapist. Like she gets email alerts every morning from like the Gottman Institute on healthy relationships. It's just crazy. It's wild how much she's into that. So one thing therapists are good at that I learned in terms of valuable tools is they're really good at knowing how to communicate with other human beings and how to be empathetic, how to connect to people, how to understand people, right? Because most everything is about how you make people feel when you do what you're gonna do. And I'm still not that great at it. It's hard because I didn't grow up. I grew up in a very. My father was very dismissive. My father was a police commander, military veteran. It's like I ain't doing it. This is what we're gonna do. Shut up. It was kind of like that, right? So I had to still learn these skills. It takes work. But one of the things that I would suggest learning as you're sort of trying to figure out how to communicate your ideas in an intelligent way is to learn how to do that in a way that is empathetic and understanding, meaning like that old saying, like forgive them for they know not what they do. Or I think Malcolm X said, when you talk to someone who knows less than you, remember that there was a time where you knew less than what you know right now. So that patience and stuff like that, that's hard, but it's required. And what I think makes it really hard though too is that sometimes it's I'm trying to say this. If somebody's ignorant, there's nothing wrong with being ignorant. We all started off ignorant, right? If someone's ignorant, ignorant people don't even know that they're ignorant, and that's totally fine. But what drives me crazy is when you meet an ignorant person who thinks they know everything. Has anybody ever run into that? Like somebody like you know less than everyone else in the room, but yet you do the most talking. And you are the most stuck on your stupid opinion and the least flexible in terms of hearing anybody else's ideas. Like the least ignorant person in the room thinks they know everything. That's what I hate. It's bad enough to be a know-it-all. It's even worse when you're a know-it-all who don't know nothing. Right?